Hey everyone, welcome to Death Moth Tarot. My name is Red and I want to thank you all for being here. Today we are doing a pick a card reading on what is next in love. This is for both singles and couples, and we will be getting general messages, so a little bit of everything, okay? We have three options. Pile number 1 is lapis lazuli. Pile number 2 is the pyrite. And pile number 3 is the pink fire quartz. Take a second, pause the video, see which one is calling out to you the most, and we will go ahead and jump into pile number 1. Timestamps will be linked below. Hey pile 1, if you chose the lapis lazuli, then this is your reading. Again, today we are doing a pick a card reading on what is next in love for both singles and couples, and we will be getting general messages, a little bit of everything. We'll take the top. We have the Empress in reverse coming out for you guys. Let's see what else for pile 1. Oh, we have more jumping out. We have the Moon. Yes. And we have the Star in reverse. Okay, pile 1. So, I feel like you guys, when it comes to your love life, whether you're single or in a relationship, I feel like you guys have kind of been not feeling the greatest when it comes to your self-esteem, possibly your confidence, the hope for the future. I feel like maybe a lot of you, majority of you, take what resonates of course, but majority of you may be single and you guys are not really sure where your love life is headed at this point. You guys may not be feeling too hot about yourselves maybe right now, or kind of just like in chill mode, let's say. So you're not really looking, let's say, or you're not really applying pressure or putting out the most effort, let's say. You're not really sure where to even start to begin with. And ultimately, I feel like you guys are kind of forgetting the inner work that would be needed within yourself first to put the best foot forward, okay? Of course, there may have been things along the way because the tower does come, the star does come after the tower. So there could have been quite some shaky incidences or situations, relationships in the past, which really threw you off course or threw you off your pivot to the point where you're like, I don't even want to think about it for a while. You know, I'm not even going to go down that route again and set myself up for failure. Okay. So I feel like you guys are kind of in between, very much so in between, in limbo when it comes to your love life. And if you're in a relationship, you guys may feel like your relationship is at a stalemate right now. Maybe you're just not feeling yourself right now, and that's okay to go through the ebbs and flows when it comes to our emotions, our confidence, our self-esteem. It happens. The Empress is a feminine energy. No matter how you identify, masculine or feminine, it is a feminine energy with the Empress, okay? So the Empress does touch base on home life, finances, and all of the good things when it comes to love, romance, family, finance, money, security, stability, the whole works. Okay, so there could be a disruption in literally any of those areas. We're only 3 cards in, but there could have been something that threw you off a little bit that kind of diverted your focus from love, let's say. And we have the Sun making an appearance. I've only been taking the tops of when they jump out in decks. There's multiple. I only take the top usually. I am being guided to take that Temperance. Showing yourself grace. I feel like when it comes to your love life, there is not a lack of opportunity or a lack of positive energy. I don't feel like you guys' love life is like crossed or jinxed, or like there's anything blocking it necessarily besides that confidence within yourself. Ultimately, that's what I'm seeing. Showing yourself more grace. Again, if there were things that shook you up in the past, give yourself the time needed to process and move through those emotions, those thoughts. Don't try to skip over. Don't try to jump around, move around. No, you have to work your way through, of course. When you're working your way through, sometimes it's going to get a little wonky, let's say. That's why they're reiterating to show yourself some grace. And that, especially with that Sun card, that is very, very, very positive, optimistic, cup, not even half full, but all the way full energy, okay? trying to find little bits and pieces in your life to bring more joy to your surroundings, because the higher you can elevate your energy, the more your vibration will kind of scatter. And I don't mean that in leaking energy, I mean that in putting it out to different possible partners, even friendships, okay? I feel like right now you're not putting out the proper energy needed to attract a partner, okay? So kind of recalibrating that. That way you can, one, elevate your energy, but also put yourself in the right energy to attract the right partner, okay? So there's going to be some things that you need to go through first, is what they're kind of talking about. There's some things you guys haven't processed yet, is what I'm getting at intuitively. There may be some emotions or thoughts or past relationships, and there were certain things you kind of like pushed to the back of your mind and you overpowered at the moment, and it's been working for you. It's been working for you, but in order to move forward, you can't have those little things hidden away. They kind of have to come out forefront, you know, they have to come out front and center, and they need to be addressed first. And then once you work through them, process them, let them flow through you, you're automatically alleviating some weight, some baggage. You get what I'm saying? Some residual energy that's kind of pulling away from your essence. And that's what we're talking about, uplifting, okay? So if we're able to pull away those little things that are acting as leeches and we're pulling them away, we're then alleviating your energy and giving it back to you, calling your power back to you, calling your energy back to you, okay? So by you guys dwelling on past trauma, past emotions, past thoughts, past situations, past relationships, even if you're in a relationship right now and you have some sort of resentment, that is taking energy away from you, okay? Even if you think you tucked it away, it's still alive. It's very much so, you know, it's quiet. It doesn't mean it's not alive and living, and very much so living well, okay? Because it's feeding off your energy. Just because it's quiet doesn't mean it's not there, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Wands in reverse, okay? So you guys have a bit of a barrier put up around yourselves because you feel the need to protect what you do have left. There may have been a specific relationship or a specific situation that happened that really affected you. Let's say it hit you guys pretty hard, okay? That caused you to put that wall up because you're like, whatever I do have left after that knocked me down, I've got to protect it. I've got to hold on tight. And anyone who tries to intrude or take away from that, I feel bad for them. You get what I'm saying? So in a way, they're saying there is opportunity out there for you. And like I said, if you are in a relationship, there is an opportunity to mend things, to uplift things within the relationship. If things have gotten a little stale and stagnant, there is a way to brighten it back up again, okay? But there needs to be some alleviating of residual energy and resentment, okay? Whether you're single or in a relationship, that applies. Take it how it applies. There is residual energy, okay? So let's get you guys some oracle. You guys are just really jumpy today. You guys may be really jumpy. We have embrace. Through each other, we find the missing pieces. So, and actually, the card that was, we had a few fall out, but this was the one that was showing the picture next. Embrace. These people are embracing. Through each other, we find the missing pieces. You guys are literally looking for someone or hoping for someone or hoping for a relationship to mend yours to a relationship in which you guys fill in the missing pieces within each other. And that is a part of what needs healed, okay? They're saying that you guys are with this with this residual energy as well, all of this. You guys are fragmented. Your energy is very much so fragmented. So, and you're kind of clarifying that yourself. You just didn't really know how to identify it. you know that you're looking for the missing piece. You know that. You probably said that to yourself. I'm looking for my other half. You should be instead making yourself whole, okay? So, calling your power back to you. Again, calling your energy back from past lovers, relationships, situations, friendships, anything. Getting your energy back for one. But then also, this is hinting at some sort of codependency issue, okay? Single or in a relationship. Because you are looking for other things that you need within yourself and other people. Things that other people cannot provide you, okay? So these are things that you need to check within yourself and try to identify. Give it a name, okay? What exactly is it that I am seeking in everybody else except myself, okay? And then try to, again, bring those bits and pieces into your life. Try to bring it into your life in increments is what they keep giving me slowly. Little bits and pieces, don't go overboard. But try to see what it is that you're looking for in other people. And then once you can identify it and give it a name, then try to fill that void, in a sense, on your own without anybody else's help, okay? And actually do it for your well-being, okay? Don't do it because you think it's the cheat code to just jump over some more work in the future. Like, no, this is not a cheat code. This like needs to be done, okay? You guys need to fill those voids yourself because you can't expect that from somebody else. And we have more jumping out. And as I say, somebody else, we have Cupid's arrow strikes. Somebody else. Let me get another one so every card is jumping out. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Exactly. So the reason they are wanting you to process these past emotions and thoughts and situations, relationships, the reason they're like stirring it up now, it's probably been buried for a long time, guys. The reason they're stirring the pot and bringing it to a surface now is because all of those things have a lesson in them. Okay, so by you avoiding them and by you ignoring it and trying to avoid the emotion or processing it or feeling the pain of it, you guys are also avoiding the lesson, okay? So you guys haven't learned from it fully. It's just sitting idly at this point, okay? So they're wanting to bring it to the surface. Again, self-realization, giving it a name, seeing exactly what it is that I'm holding on to and avoiding, okay? That way, once I can process it and work through it, it moves out of me. Okay? But that lesson will stay. That lesson is what they need you to receive, because when it comes to Cupid's arrow and someone new or the person you're currently with, when it comes to elevating with that, you're going to have those lessons in place so that way you don't keep repeating. Okay, so there may be a few little things. They're not identifying anything specific yet besides a little bit of codependency issues, kind of expecting and looking for things in other people that you guys need to try to do on your own, you know. But they're not saying there's too much, too heavy, nothing too heavy, okay, that you guys are ultimately doing all together that's like toxic or anything crazy like that. But I'm sure there are a few little things that you guys could be either doing better, or certain situations you could have handled better or could be in the future, okay, for those that are single. You guys need to get those lessons so that way moving into the new relationship or the upgraded version of your current relationship, you guys are not repeating the same cycles. You know what you will and you won't accept, and you guys are able to coexist without codepending, okay? Because that picture again of that one card that was sticking out, they were really just not letting go, you know? We have trust at the bottom of the deck. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform, okay? Trust. That's with that star in reverse. I feel like you guys are not having much faith, trust, hope, in receiving more, or that there's something better, or that it could get better than what it currently is. that it could be better than that past relationship we're talking about. Okay, for a few of you. But transformation occurs through acceptance, and that's what we're talking about, bringing things to the surface so we can work through them, accept them, and let them go, because I can't carry this weight with me where I'm going. Okay. And the Seven of Wands is in reverse. They want you to not only let go of the weight, but they want you to drop the wall and the defense, because that defense is a barrier between you and Cupid's arrow or you and elevating your relationship. Okay, because you've got your guard up. Okay, so always it starts with you. They're not saying you guys are too overbearing. You're not doing anything too crazy. If anything, this is a side message for a few of you. If anything, the things that you're searching for in your partner are all the things that you were lacking. I'm hearing the things that make you sad. I don't know. I know that's very vague, but there are certain things that may have triggered you or made you very, very sad, that you lacked at an earlier time in your life. Not even necessarily your childhood, but maybe it was your early dating life. There were a lot of things you were not receiving, so that became the norm, and that's something you should be receiving. So you're like, well, if this is all I've been getting for the last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, then I can't really hope for more if that's all I keep getting for so long. You get what I'm saying? But when raising your vibration and elevating yourself, showing yourself grace by processing and working through tough things, you are raising your vibration, which then like attracts like. So you will not keep attracting the same partners or the same situations, the same arguments, the same cycles, single or in a relationship. Okay, guys, so we're gonna keep going. We've got some more oracle. I'm just going to expect them all to fall out at this point. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head with the cassette. Exactly. All that stuff that they're bringing up, they need you to let it go because it is outdated. And it's, even though it's been quiet, I know I talked about that, it's been quiet, and it says replaying events over in your head. Maybe for some of you it may be racking your brain, and then for those that are in a relationship, they're telling me the disruption in your current relationship it's going to be racking your brain. Now those of you who have been single long term, majority of you, it's not really bothering you. You've tucked it away so deep that it's quiet. Okay, but it doesn't mean it's not affecting you. Okay, it's still programmed in there some way. We've got to completely control, alt, delete those outdated thoughts and processes, things that we did, actions, and previous relationships that were not healthy or helpful, let's say. And then we have the camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories. A few of you are hung up on your ex, the singles. Oh, wow. Okay, they're saying a few of you, even the ones in a relationship. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys, don't shoot the messenger. They're saying for both of you, singles and in a relationship, there's a few of you that still have residual energy or are like actually hung up on your ex. Okay, so that's very likely for those in a relationship. If you're in a relationship and you're not really aware of it and it's tucked away, there's a very likely chance you are holding on to some type of residual energy from your past partners. So they're bringing it to your awareness. Even if you don't think of this person or these people at all, it doesn't matter. They're just letting you know, hey, it's there. So let's get some more. There's some past stuff they want you to let go of. Past thoughts, past people. Girl with a snake. Empath and narcissistic paradigm. Being charmed or used. Enable boundaries. Girl with a snake. So that boundary. Okay, so you guys in the past, you guys may have enabled some type of emotional abuse in your life, or the whole empath narcissistic paradigm thing that gets really messy. It gets really sticky, and that could have been what really knocked down that Empress. Because the Empress is the embodiment of all four queens, okay? Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles, okay? One of those four queens could have been affected easily from that. Okay, that empath and narcissistic can take a toll on anybody. And you guys may have likely happened to be the empath on the end of it, okay? So being charmed or used, I feel like there were things in the past you guys looked over again. You guys may have dealt with a sweet talker too with that charmed. Made it sound real good, you know, until it was time to show you. And that's something that you're kind of waiting on. You're like, I'm not going to trust it, and I'm not going to put faith in it and hope in it until somebody like shows me. And Spirit's like, well, that we can't even put you in the same room with anybody to show you anything in the first place. Okay. So they're like, there's things that need to be done first. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, of course. But also externally, it is touching base with letting down your guard, bringing more joy into your life, showing yourself grace. But that Empress, again, there's something there with self-esteem and self-confidence, guys, okay? We have heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together, and perfect, okay? Heart with a key. So they're trying to give you the key to unlock your heart. And you guys remember that one Omarion song, There's an Icebox Where My Heart Used to Be? I feel like you guys definitely, with that moon energy too, you guys turned it off. You guys turned your heart switch off. And even if you're in a relationship, you guys may have like subconsciously done it or intentionally done it. Heck, almost said something else. But you guys turned your heart space off for a bit, and that's where that self-esteem, self-confidence kind of plays in as well, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. That's that past stuff. Even if it's been years, guys, I don't care how long it's been. That's something that is kind of like that snake tying you up. It's wrapping you up. It's binding you. No matter how loud or quiet that voice is, or that trauma is, that past is, it's there. And gaslighting is really standing out to me because of that narcissistic paradigm as well. You guys may have dealt with someone who made you feel crazy. Like, I'm not kidding with that whole gaslighting and narcissistic empath paradigm thing. It wasn't a healthy dynamic. And they already clarified that you guys weren't the one in the wrong all the time. Like, I'm not saying you guys were saints, but they're saying you guys aren't like extremely unhealthy either, you know? So I felt like you guys took some really heavy blows. You guys took some really heavy blows. So they're trying to warm up your heart space slowly but surely. We have separation jumping out, exactly. I'm going to keep shuffling. We're going to keep shuffling. I caught him. Give your relationship a chance, and that came out in reverse. Work on your partnership. So again, you guys don't want to really give love a chance, or you guys aren't very hopeful for it. Even if you think you're like giving it a chance, you're not expecting the best result. Let's say those in a relationship, the resentment is crazy here. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. Even if it was stuff that happened a long time ago, there's certain little things that you're holding on to when it comes to your partner, even, no matter how valid it is. If you chose to forgive them, you have to forgive them fully and let it go. Okay? You have to let it go. There are things that you're holding on to that is stopping you from being able to fully work on your partnership. Okay? We have wedding in reverse. This situation involves marriage. For a few of you, you guys may have thought that person that you were in that whole empath narcissist thing with, you may have thought that was the one, or even if you didn't think you were going to marry them, you guys thought you guys would be together long term, and you were in for the shock of your life when it happened the way it happened, okay? They had wandering eyes for a few of you. They made it sound real good, like I talked about when it came to actions. They just didn't show up. And then when you were to go bring it up to them, like, hey, I was expecting X, Y, and Z, or you said you were going to do this, they were like, what? No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, maybe they didn't call you crazy, but they played dumb. Okay. That's a little side message, but that's what I'm getting. That's something that you can't allow moving forward ever again. Ever. So we have pay attention to the red flags that came out in reverse. The signs are cautioning you. And then we had chemistry in reverse. There is a strong magnetic connection. So you guys right now, singles, don't have anyone specifically on your radar. Okay? You don't have anyone specifically on your radar. And I forgot to reiterate on this. Those in a relationship. Sorry. Backtrack. Those in a relationship with this wedding. Right now, the path that you guys are on, if that's something you were expecting or hoping for, you are not there. You guys are not both setting a healthy environment for that to take place, or you guys are not currently on a healthy path for that to take place. Okay, so back to this red flags and chemistry. Singles, you guys don't have anybody on your radar that you are specifically attracted to, or anybody that stands out to you, anyone that you deem important. Okay, so it's kind of hard to be hopeful when it's like every time you look around you're just extremely unimpressed. And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting very much unimpressed energy. Okay, that's not going to be normal for you. They keep talking about this whole physical thing, and I don't say this to be mean. I'm a freaking mom. I went through this myself multiple times, so no shade. But there's a few of you that may have like let yourselves go or gotten like really comfortable and like not lazy, but just like I have a better things to worry about mode. You know, when it comes to like your appearance and getting up and like going out and wanting to do fun things, you know, the whole outside world thing and looking good while doing it. I feel like that has not been your main focus. You just kind of don't care. Like, and I totally get that. And that's, people do that anyway for no reason, let alone give me a reason. You know what I mean? But they're saying like, okay, we're working on ourselves internally, but we've got to kind of pick ourselves up and sprucing up a little bit externally as well to put the best foot forward again and attract the best person, someone who would impress you, someone you do deem to be important, okay? Someone that would actually get your attention and impress you for once. I feel you guys are not easily impressed. So we have on the bottom of the deck, new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So, with this heart with a key, those in a relationship and this new love, this is a rebirth of the chemistry within your relationship. If there has been some like arguments and a little bit of nitpicking, I feel like that will start to like dissipate with, especially with the temperance, like it will slowly dwindle down. You guys will be a little more graceful with each other. The spark will come back if that's something you feel like has been lacking within your current relationship. You guys will kind of come back to life again. I feel like that's what, it's not necessarily a new person, you know, but I feel like you guys will be rekindling the spark within your relationship. Less nitpicking, less arguments. With those red flags, like I feel like it's just little things. Like I said, it's nothing huge. It's little stuff. Like, oh, you left the toilet seat up. You guys don't talk for like 4 hours. You know, little goofy things like that. I feel like that stuff like that will start to calm down for you guys. And then those that are not in a relationship, those that are single, again, once you do pick yourself back up, sprucing up a bit, start feeling good internally and externally, you will put yourself in the vibration to meet someone and attract someone who would impress you. And that new person that you will attract once you are there will be someone who does stir romantic feelings within you. Someone that does catch your eye and you're like, okay, hold on a minute now. You know, let me do a double take really quick. Let me double back real quick. Usually you'd walk right by, but you're like, hold the phone. That type of energy. For once, because I feel like that's been a while for you guys. I feel like that's been a while. So I have some of these like stay positive cards. They're not tarot, they're not oracle. They're little quotes from like famous people, and just, I like them. They're nice. So I wanted to incorporate them. I have one out. Get a good night's sleep. When you're well rested, it's easier to stay positive and find solutions as challenges arise. So part of that revamping of yourself and sprucing up will be your beauty rest. Okay, you need to get all the rest you can get. Maybe you guys have been like staying up late and like binge watching or something, and like just not having a healthy sleep schedule right now, and that's going to affect your mood when it comes to a day-to-day like thing. Okay, so let's get you guys some more. But rest is important. Also clarity, it's talking about that way you don't have a foggy mind with fine solutions. You guys, when you're tired, you guys may find yourself to have like literally like you feel like your brain is foggy. And that's something that probably bothers you. It bothers me. Matcha is really good for that. If you guys are coffee drinkers, I love coffee. Anyhow, matcha is really good for that morning fog. If that's something you struggle with, I've switched to drinking coffee or switched to matcha on those mornings if I deal with that. We have success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Maya Angelou. Okay. Liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Like they talked about elevating yourself, bringing more joy into your life, more action, things you like to actually do into your life, and liking how you do it. Actually enjoying your day-to-day life before anybody else is involved, let alone when they do come in. Okay? That is what a successful love life will look for you guys, single or not. What does your individual self and your life and your happiness look like without including a partner, single or not? Would you deem your individual life to be successful? And if it's not, what could you do to make you like yourself and what you're doing more? Okay. Let's get you a few more. Okay, so we have exercise releases endorphins that naturally make you feel happy and positive. So whenever you are feeling down, get moving. So that is talking about that stagnant energy we talked about. You guys literally may need to get up and get moving. Yoga, stretch, exercise, walking, jogging, running, whatever it is. Actually to physically get the energy moving through your body. You guys may be feeling really heavy, very tired. No matter how much you are sleeping, you're still tired. The foggy brain, that's all talking about residual energy, stagnant energy, heavy energy. Okay, they're trying to get it moving through you. You guys may need to do a little bit of cleansing energetically to help with that. Okay, but exercise is a great way to help with the endorphins, the mental aspect of it, but it will move some of that stagnant energy. If you guys are kind of feeling like stiffness in your hip area, root, sacral chakra, this is giving a lot of root and sacral chakra energy here. Okay, up to the solar, but mainly there. So that's why you probably have stiffness and tightness there, you know. So they're trying to get you moving, get you a little more flexible, get that energy moving through you. All right, let's get a couple more. We're going to close out. At the end of each day, think of someone or something that made a positive difference in your day. So, for those in a relationship, if your partner is trying, don't make it seem like you don't notice that they're trying. Of course, you don't need to give them a cookie or a pat on the back for doing the most minuscule things or things they should already be doing. But if you see them going above and beyond or trying to fix things, like let it be known, like, I see you trying and I appreciate it. And I want you to know I'm trying too, you know? Or if there are things that you're doing for yourself, single or in a relationship, you know, don't ever undermine your actions and the ways that you show up for yourself, okay? Again, showing yourself grace. Like, even if you have to give yourself some pep talks and a couple pat on the backs, like, you know what, I did the dang thing today. Like, even if I didn't do too much, I still did a good job by showing up, let's say. Getting yourself back feeling good, because no matter single or in a relationship, the better you feel, the better your partner will feel, okay? The better of a person you will attract, or the better energy you will be in when it comes to your current relationship, regardless. Choose to be around people who not only see the best in you, but also help you be your best self. Okay, exactly. This is a very healthy mindset. Like, when it comes to a healthy relationship, you want someone who both supports and challenges you, okay? And that is what this is stating. Whether you're single or not, things won't always be peaches and cream, and you won't always hear everything you want to hear from your partner, okay? It won't always be exactly what you want to hear, but it needs to be what you need to hear, okay? And someone who's going to be supportive through those challenges and help you find those solutions, while also stepping back a bit and allowing you to do it yourself without you codepending on them and clinging on for dear life because you can't even make a decision for yourself. You get what I'm saying? Things like that. That is a more of a healthy dynamic that you are moving into. And that's what you're releasing from the past, whether you're single or not, okay? Pile 1. Last one. I'm not taking all those that fell out. We have keep a positivity journal and use it as a reminder of the good things you've got going for you. List your strengths, write down your favorite inspiring quotes, and paste in pictures that make you smile. So I feel like you guys are not seeing that glass is half full. You guys have been kind of in a, you guys may have been feeling down for a bit. So they're wanting you to be grateful for the good that you do have if you're trying to bring in more, okay? They're really talking about practicing gratitude right now and positivity, optimism, okay? No matter what. So scripting, positivity journal, affirmations, saying things out loud, but saying it like declaring it. Saying it as if it is already a fact, okay? And these are things that will help you shift that dynamic within yourself of behind this mask, you know? Everything's okay on the outside, but really on the inside, I'm hiding a lot of deep-ish. Okay, pile 1. So when it comes to love, singles, they're preparing you for it. And I have a video called Preparing You for Love. Watch it if you haven't already, or you may be here from that video, then you know. Okay, they are preparing you for love right now. And what you're moving into is the complete and polar opposite of what you were dealing with in the past. That is why they want you to process the past so you can let it go fully and it can come full circle. Because when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, it has not come to a full circle yet. It's at a halt. And your lessons are kind of in the air right now, okay? So they want you to make it come full circle before they can get you fully there, get you back feeling good. Let you see the good in where you're currently at, showing, you know, more grace to yourself, but more gratitude for your life and what you do have going. That way you can elevate yourself and attract more, okay? Those in a relationship, again, working on getting rid of the old, especially, you know, you're with someone new. You don't want to carry past toxic things with you. Letting it go fully. Elevating yourself again, getting yourself out of that, you know, you were down for a bit, that's okay, it happens. But getting yourself back in a healthy, energetic level, back uplifted and feeling good, you know, and positively working on your relationship, okay? And a little side note on avoiding fights, okay? So I hope this resonated with you guys. Thank you for being here. I want to thank you for your support, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye-bye. Hey, pile 2. If you chose the pyrite, then this is your reading. Again, we are doing a love reading on general messages and what's next for both singles and couples. We're going to get a little bit of everything. Remember, this is for a lot of people, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And we're going to start with tarot first. Cards are being a little difficult, so we'll see what we get. We have the Page of Wands out first. We have the Eight of Wands. And then we have the Fool in reversed. Okay, I already know exactly where this is headed. Pile 2. Single or in a relationship for both of you. This is a very much like immature, young, youthful, love bombing, love is blind energy, honestly. The Page of Wands is a very immature energy to have when it comes to a relationship. This is spiteful, petty, revengeful energy when upset, just obsessive, you know, controlling type of energy when provoked. This is someone who is constantly in your mix, okay? And with this Eight of Wands, it is a very fast-paced, very quick-moving energy, the fastest in the deck. So this is, you know, you're used to the type of people who come in very quickly, or that is what you're, you know, previously used to dealing with. Someone moving in very fast and giving you their whole heart and whole essence, their whole being on day 3, okay? And ready to take that leap of faith, though it is very much so blind. They're like ready to make you their partner almost immediately, okay? And it's a split message I'm getting. Half of you were like liking it, like, oh wow, this person's sure of what they want, okay, great. And then the rest of you is extremely off-putting, and you're like, whoa, what is happening? What am I supposed to do with this? Okay. Regardless, single or in a relationship, maybe with your current relationship, for those that are, you know, coupled up, maybe in your current relationship, that's how it started. It was very fast-paced, very quick-moving. You didn't know each other very well. You guys kind of jumped into the relationship and was like, okay, I'll get to know you later, okay? But I am getting a love is blind, I don't even barely know you, but let's jump in anyway and go with the flow. We'll see what happens as we go energy. Okay, very, like I said, very puppy love, youthful. And as I say that, we get the Two of Cups coming out with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Four of Wands. Okay, so pile 2, single or in a relationship. Well, actually, I'll start single. We'll start with the singles first. Singles, talking about this fast-paced, jump into it energy, this Two of Cups and this Knight of Cups in reverse. I feel like that is, in the past, you may have dealt with someone who poured their whole heart out. Like I said, by day 3, you guys jumped in kind of quick. Things were moving hot and heavy, and before you know it, you knew it, that person didn't really have much left to give, or they were empty promises. They were a charmer. You know, they weren't really showing up for you in the best way, but by that time you were already felt invested. You were already tied down. You were already into it, you know, so you kind of felt yourself stuck in these dynamics where it was like a whirlwind in the honeymoon stage. And then as soon as you got past month 3, it was just downhill from there. Okay, and that is something they're trying to break you out of, because I feel like now, previously that youthful energy is something that you guys were dealing with, singles, but now with that Four of Wands, you're learning that that was the younger, more naive version of myself with that Fool energy in reverse. I'm not a fool anymore, okay? I know better now, and I know exactly what I want, like truthfully know what I want, okay? And I don't need somebody else to kind of tell me what they want for me to decide for myself. I'm going to make my own decisions now, okay? And then for those of you that are coupled up, and then we do have this Two of Cups here. You know, maybe in the beginning, like I said, you guys rushed in very quickly into your relationship, and you guys did bond. There's a close connection there. But again, that Knight of Cups in reverse, empty promises, not showing up, not being able to do all of the things they said that they could do or follow through fully. I feel like this is a empty charmer, okay? Very much so a charmer. And again, by the time, you know, you're seeing this video, you're like, okay, but I'm invested. We've been together long term, or I feel like I've put in too much time and energy now to just throw it all away and give up. Like there has to be some type of saving it, you know. I'm tied up. I'm bound to this relationship with this Eight of Swords, okay? But deep down internally, you know, regardless, like you want more. You want a solid foundation. You want a happy, solid foundation that gives you room for growth, something that has room for growth. So those of you that are in a relationship, they are wanting you to reevaluate your current relationship. Is there room for growth, or did this fire burn hot and heavy in the beginning and slowly fizzle out? Okay, those are questions you need to be asking yourself and then acting accordingly. Let's say we have reflection as I say that. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay, singles. Again, you're reflecting on some of the things in the past that weren't necessarily the healthiest dynamic for you, and those are things that you're reflecting on now and noticing and saying, okay, I can't deal with that moving forward. Okay, so if you do need to give yourself some time and space to continue to process every little detail, then do so. Okay, but they are letting you know, please have faith that things will get better and you will be able to track something different, as long as you don't enable it and allow this to continue in the future. If this is the energy that you are approached with again, then make sure that you are walking away from it if that's not something that you want, okay? But now that you know better, they're expecting you to do better with this reflection card. Singles, couples, again, reevaluating your relationship. And if you need to give yourself some space so that way you can get away and think clearly, then do so and don't feel guilty for doing it, okay? If this is someone who feels the need to keep you tied down so much that you can't even get 5 minutes away to think and breathe for yourself and have your own thoughts, then that's something to, again, readdress and think on in and of itself, because that's not necessarily the healthiest either. This is giving me very much so tightly bound, always in your energy, always in your face. You guys may live together, things like that. You don't really have much privacy, and this person may even be clingy, okay? So again, if you need to separate for a little bit, like separate, even if you need to go to a separate room for a bit or leave the home altogether to go find something else to do and think clearly, then do so, okay? Because I feel like there's not much privacy or separation for you to think clearly. The very second you get enough time away from your partner to think clearly, they're right back in your face, and you're like, everything that you were just working on, boom, gone, out the window, okay? We have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Singles, preparing yourself for it, reflecting upon what you're not allowing, so that way you know what you do want. Again, Four of Wands, what am I building upon? And believe this and they will manifest physically, okay? This is a physical card with this Four of Wands. This is a physical reality card. This is a foundation building home reality card. Like, if you're trying to bring in this soulmate dynamic, you need to, again, align yourself with that energy and make yourself, who is that person? What does that person look like? And what is in alignment with that person, okay? I'm not saying you need to alter yourself or anything like that, but if these are the things that you want for yourself, then you need to adjust your energy to attract so. Or look inward to begin with and say, okay, this is where I'm at, this is what I want. And I'm gonna look externally and be like, okay, I'm being offered this, I'm being offered that. I can pick and choose as I want, okay? But singles, you need to, again, work on believing it, knowing that you can attract it even though there were some bumps in the road in the past. And those that are in a relationship, again, this isn't necessarily saying the person you're in a relationship with now is your soulmate, but don't feel guilty if they're not, okay? If you do need to, again, separate, and actually I don't mean just separating for a little bit, separate long term. If that's something that you feel like you have reflected upon long enough and have come to terms with, then you need to work on that on your own terms. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You have your own free will, but work through that, process that, work through that. And again, make yourself available in the future later when you are ready, so that way you can manifest someone that you would deem your soulmate, okay? Take it how it applies. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Singles, don't make decisions based on guilt and what you think you should do. Don't make decisions based on what you were doing in the past. Don't make decisions based off what your friends are doing or all the other people your age are doing or what you think you should be doing. No, do what you want to do, Okay, I feel like in the past you were not doing what set well with you, or it's not something that was truly part of who you are now. That was a less evolved version of you. Okay, so with that being said, we are elevating, and I'm not feeling guilty for that. Not one bit. Okay, I'm gonna do whatever the heck I want because I'm staying true to myself now, and I'm not allowing anything less than this solid foundation that I'm working upon. And if you're not adding to that in any way, shape, or form, then I'm not going to feel guilty for cutting you out. Okay, singles, couples, we literally just went over this. If you decide to choose to leave, don't feel guilty for it. And if you choose to stay, don't feel guilty for it. Do what feels right for you. Do what feels best for you, not your partner, not your family, not your friends, for you. Okay, because I feel like there's a lot of external thoughts that are being intruded on your decision making when it comes to moving forward with your relationship or not. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay, singles, manifesting it and believing it's already here before it's actually here to get it faster. Okay, fast energy, quick, quick, quick. If you guys are ready to jump back in and you guys have processed, you've worked through these things, and you're not allowing this premature, immature energy anymore, these tendencies, this jumping in blind and not knowing the person, okay? If you're ready to not move forward doing those same things that didn't work out for you in the past, then yes, that is something that you can easily and quickly manifest, but you cannot trick the universe. So if you're not truly ready, don't expect it to happen overnight and then get upset if it doesn't happen overnight, okay? Couples, I have a message I've been wanting to say. I wanted to say it a few cards ago, but for those of you that do decide to leave your current relationship, that's why I was touching base on, if you do need some time, give yourself time. They're saying it's not going to be a big break in between your next relationship. Actually, it's not going to be a huge break in between, and you guys actually will be moving directly into the Four of Wands energy if you do decide to leave your current partner. You guys will not be carrying too much weight with you. There was not a lot of weight to the relationship to begin with, okay? There's not a lot of depth here. At least not for where you guys are at now, how much there should be, okay? So with that being said, moving out of it, the whole letting go, moving on process will not be long or hard for you guys, the ones that choose to leave, okay? So once you are out of that situation or relationship, moving forward, stay open, stay receptive, stay grateful, know that there's more for you, and that there's not necessarily a time limit on when you should be available to date again, okay? Don't feel guilty for that either. If you guys, you and your partner split up in this month and you start dating in a month or two, if that's what you choose to do and what's best for you, and you're in the healthy standpoint to do it, then who cares, okay? Because I'm getting like this is a younger group. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting that this is a younger group, and even if you're not a younger group, you guys were dealing with some stuff that you maybe should have already went through in your younger days. Let's say, okay? Let's say I've made it through this stage of my life already myself, so don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. We have soulmates. Again, soulmate connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Exactly. That's that Four of Wands. Someone who can build alongside you. Single or in a relationship, that's what you guys want. Someone who can build alongside you. So, single or not, if that's what you want and that person's not doing it, then you cannot hold on to that and be tied to that. You cannot let that person weigh you down, because then that person becomes a ball and chain. Okay? Everybody cannot come with you. We have kisses, unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. Exactly. Single or in relationship, you deserve unconditional love, and you deserve reciprocal love. If you have always been the one to get the short end of the stick, that is what we're not allowing anymore. Okay, that is what we're moving out of. Okay, we want to start a new, fresh dynamic. We have love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you or letting you know. Okay, singles, you got, I mean, let's be real. Split message for singles. This may be this past person reaching out to you and letting you know they've been thinking of you, yada, yada, whoop, whoop. And this, you can see there's not a face here. And I know it's just art, but like I think about stuff like this. There's no face here. They're kind of just holding the phone out. And so it's almost like, you know, like when somebody's screaming in the phone, you can like pull it away because you're not listening. I feel like you guys won't be like really hearing anything that they're saying. And you guys won't be going for it if that person reaches out, that previous old energy. Okay. And then moving forward into fresh energy for those of you, the rest of you, or even all of you singles, still, you guys will be contacted, let's say, or conversated with, talked to. Let's say you will receive contact from someone, okay, who expresses their feelings or their attraction to you even, or just want to ask you out on a coffee date or a dinner date, okay? Try not to be too submissive, or try not to be too like, not interested. Because like I said, she's holding that phone away, or they're holding that phone away. Like, not really listening, not hearing them out. Okay, make sure you're like actually being open and receptive if people are making offers to you. And then those of you that are in a relationship, if this person is trying to express their emotions and their feelings, they may not be the best at it. But if they're actually, again, trying, you know, and they're applying themselves, and you do want to stay with this person, then actually hear them out. Now, if you're not choosing to stay with this person, you're not wanting to hear them out, this is not something you really, they can express it all they want, but you're not going to stay. I feel like this is kind of like saying still have the talks that are needed on the way out. Have the talks that are needed on the way out, okay? That way there's no cliffhangers, and you guys, not that you need someone for closure, but let the closure be at the end of that conversation or that breakup, okay? Make sure, regardless of how you guys are taking these messages, single or not, hear the person out. If it's not worth listening, don't listen. Photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories. We're not moving backwards. Again, single, we're not dealing with the old stuff. Couples, we're still not dealing with the old stuff. So if you're not applying the same pressure as I am to building a solid foundation and future for yourself and our relationship separately, then I can't let you weigh me down any longer, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the Golden Mirror, self-absorbed, narcissistic, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. Exactly, that love bombing has been coming up a lot lately with this youthful, naive, blind, puppy love energy I was getting from this. Quick moving energy. That is love bombing. This is love bombing in and of itself. Okay, getting a little more self-absorbed. And when you make these decisions, make sure you're making the decision again for yourself and not, of course you want to take other people's feelings in consideration, but you still have to make tough decisions for yourself. Okay, it's going to hurt some people along the way, but you can't like save everyone, okay? There's lessons in this situation for the other person on the other end as well, okay? So, singles, if that ex-person pops in, there's a lesson in that breakup for them too. And if you're repeating the same things, I have to be selfish and I'm moving on. Moving forward, new lovers. If I see you repeating the same things that I saw in the past that didn't work out for me in the past, that I don't like now, I have to be selfish and keep it pushing, okay? Couples, we're still not doing it, like I said. So if I have to choose me or you, I'm going to choose myself and my future. Alrighty? Don't feel guilty for it. There's a heavy emphasis on not feeling guilty about being selfish, because I feel like you guys were not selfish enough. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. They want it in reverse. It came out in reverse and I flipped it upright. They're like, no, it's reverse. You guys have not been like So you want someone to, singles, you want someone to approach you. You don't want to approach them. But they're saying it may not work out that way. You have to make yourself more available. Couples, make sure that you're not holding it all in. Make sure you're not holding all your emotions in, whether you want to stay or leave. Again, they said regardless, there needs to be a talk. Those hard talks need to be had, okay? The hard talks need to be had, so don't be afraid to express your thoughts and your emotions. We have wedding coming out, and these two cards jump out a minute ago, and I put them back. Wedding and give your relationship a chance with unconditional loving. Okay, single or in a relationship, this is a collective message. If you want marriage one day, you need to be setting these little, little stones along the way, making a little pathway for you to go along as you go. You're building the pathway as you go that will lead you to that soulmate they're reiterating on, that unconditional love, that giving and receiving of that love, which will lead to a wedding, okay? Putting yourself on the proper path for it. So whether you're single or in a relationship, are you on the proper path to get you towards marriage or a long-term commitment if marriage isn't it for you? Are you on that path right now? Doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. Yes or no? Okay? If I'm not on that path, then I need to redirect. We have chemistry in reverse. I knew it. You guys were not feeling this love offer. There is a strong magnetic connection here. There is a strong magnetic connection here in reverse. Yeah, singles, you won't be easily impressed with the past lover. You guys won't be hearing it out. Moving forward, though, be open. Not everybody is full of ish, okay? Not everybody is full of it, okay? Couples, I feel like majority of you will be leaving this relationship. I'm not going to keep skipping over it. You still, their feelings and their thoughts are still just as valid as yours, okay? Even if you don't agree with them, even if they're a bit narcissistic or anything, okay? In their eyes, they're valid. So, again, bringing this relationship full circle, if you want to bring it full circle and closing it out. Let there be the closure in having these long talks, these long, hard talks, that way that this talk is the last talk. Okay? We're not going to double back and go backwards because we need closure. Like, no, let's get it now. And we have separation. I knew it. Sorry, guys. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay. So, singles, obviously, they're talking about looking at your photos, missing you. Someone from your past is missing you, but you are making new memories. Do not double back because the dynamic there has not changed. Okay, singles, couples. Majority of you will be choosing to leave your current relationship, okay? And if not, and you're choosing to stay in it, they have talked about needing some type of separation because you guys are too tightly bound. You guys need a little bit of distance to even have your own separate thoughts. I feel like at this point, you guys have one brain. Like, you guys need some time to be individuals, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. They did talk about chemistry there and separation, unrequited love. Singles, the very second you're not like physically or emotionally or spiritually attracted to someone, don't force it, okay? If it's not there, it's not there. Don't think that you'll grow to love that person. Like, no. You'll know when you meet that person. It doesn't have to necessarily be love at first sight, but you will know. You'll feel something, let's say. If it's not there, don't force it, okay? This is 2022. We don't have to grow to love anybody anymore, okay? That is outdated thinking, okay? Now I have these stay positive cards, and they're not tarot oracle, but they're awesome. I like them. They're cool. So we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some. First one out is, did you know that physical activity leads to a happier you, which boosts your immune system, and that being active outdoors gives you an extra boost? So try to get outside and get moving every day. Okay, so there was a brief touch on exercise and getting energy moving through the body in pile 1. I touched base on that. Physical movement, stretching, exercise, yoga, running, jogging, dance, whatever. That is a way to get stagnant energy moving through you and out of you also, okay? But just doing more things that make you happy, doing things that you love. It's good. It's good to do because you like it, but it's good for your body, your energy levels. It's good for you in all ways. And whether you're single or in a relationship, it's something that you will need, and it's something that will help you be, yes, a little more self-absorbed and selfish, but it's things that you love and things you can build upon, things that you can add to your daily routine, that then that routine adds into that foundation for you, okay? Make your bedroom a positive place to be. Fill the place with your favorite colors and inspirational quotes that motivate you. Singles. Flip your mattress. Flip your mattress, clean your room, all that good stuff. Rearrange. Feng Shui may be something that may help you right now, rearranging your furniture. But yeah, cleanse your room and make it how you want it. If you want to redecorate your room to reflect on, there's a bit of vanity here. There's a bit of vanity. Maybe you want an actual vanity. But there's a bit of beautifying things here. Sprucing up your room if that's something you want to do. Okay, it's for you, but ultimately, it will help with your sleep. It will help how you feel, your mood when you walk in there. That becomes your safe space. Okay, so elevate it how you would like to see it. Regardless, staying or leaving, Feng Shui. Move some stuff around, get the energy moving in your room, cleanse your room, flip your mattress, wash your sheets, dust, wipe down, sage, palo, do the whole 9. Florida water, do the whole 9. Cleanse that whole bedroom. Okay, couples? Staying or leaving, cleanse the whole freaking bedroom. Okay? Getting it back to a positive energy. It'll help with your sleep as well. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. What does this phrase mean to you? How can you make lemonade out of a difficult situation or setback? So this is the comeback after the setback. How can I bounce back even harder? Not avoiding the pain or the conflict or the disruptions or anything that I feel, the emotions, not avoiding anything, but how can I bounce back even harder next time, single or in a relationship? When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So how am I making lemonade with my current situation and what I have and who I am, what I have to offer, and what the freak I want? Okay? Turn your phone off, tablet, or computer for an afternoon and spend time doing something you enjoy. Exactly. They want you to do stuff you like doing. They want you to get back into hobbies and even exercise, yoga, things like that. I keep getting yoga specifically. But you need to disconnect from the phone. You need to disconnect from electronics and things like that. You need silence, separation, quiet, solitude, reconnecting to the things that make just you and solely you happy. Okay, it's about you. Making you happy, so that way, again, you're putting the best foot forward, but you're feeling good about yourself before you're bringing anybody else into the picture. Okay? And couples, you just need to separate, period. Maybe that person blows your phone up a lot, or maybe you're just on your phone a lot, period. Just put it down for a bit. Regardless, you still need to be an individual, and you need to have things going for yourself and going on for yourself that has nothing to do with your partner. Okay? Once a day, week, or month, eliminate something negative from your life. You'll be surprised by how many things you were holding on to that were holding you back. Okay, so there will be little bits and pieces that leave along the way. Okay, singles and couples. Little bits and pieces that will be dropping off along the way. Okay, and let them leave gracefully. Let them leave gracefully. Don't hold on too tight, okay? That Eight of Swords can be restrictive energy. We don't want to hold on to it. We want to let it move on and move through us. And every day there is 1,440 minutes. That means we have 1,440 daily opportunities to make a positive impact. Okay. So for singles, those of you who are not necessarily making yourself the most available, they are saying there is more than enough time in a day to do the things you need to do to feel good about making yourself available, and then making yourself available. They're saying you have more than enough opportunity to do so there's nothing holding you back but yourself. Okay, so get back out there, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way, and it will come sooner than later. Just don't allow the same old thing. Don't jump in too quick without knowing someone. If you see a red flag, run, okay? But know that you deserve unconditional and reciprocal love, and you need someone who is working in their own life as well to build a solid foundation, okay? So if you see anything less than that, then don't entertain it. Singles, okay? Couples, there are more than enough opportunities right now for your life to change with or without a partner, okay? With or without it. There are a million opportunities for you to get back to you and doing the things that you love with or without a partner. And there are a million opportunities, again, for you to give thanks for blessings of love soon to come your way with or without a partner. Okay? There's always room for more and growth. Whether you choose to stay or to leave, there's always more. There's always more. And that's the thing. Your partner, regardless, needs to want more as well, and needs to be actively working towards more within themselves and the relationship. And if that's not something that's currently happening for you, and if you choose to leave, that's okay. Don't feel guilty for it. But if you choose to stay, there needs to be some recalibration and them applying effort right alongside you, okay? Or it will be the same unhealthy dynamic. Alrighty, pile 2. So I hope that resonated with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, and I will be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye. Hey, pile 3. If you guys chose the pink fire quartz, then this is your reading. Again, today's pick a card reading is on general love messages and seeing what's next for both singles and those in a relationship. We're doing both tarot and oracle today, so we're going to start with tarot first. First out, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. We have the Three of Cups coming out with the Four of Pentacles, both in reverse. I know where this is going, but let me get another one. We have the Emperor. Okay, singles. Well, actually all over, all together first. All of you. Pile 3. Previously in the past, there was some deception possibly. And there was a bit of selfish, I'm only worried about what I want in my advancement and my growth. There's a bit of, I'm only worried about myself when it comes to the other people you were dealing with. I'm only worried about myself, my advancement, my growth, my happiness. So if I have to kind of keep out some details, I will. If I don't need to tell you everything, I will. You know, if I have to only see you on certain days because my other days are tied up, I will. Things like that, okay? I feel like that's something you were dealing with previously. And even if you're in a relationship, that doesn't have to be your current partner. But I'm just saying that's a dynamic that is familiar with you. Dealing with partners, possibly masculine energy with the Emperor, take it how it resonates. That they were very selfish. Very, very much so self-absorbed. Very much energetically... very much emotionally detached, and only cared about like the physical, most minute joys of life, nothing long term, let's say. Okay. And that Emperor isn't though it is upright, it is giving the shadow aspect of the Emperor, okay? Very, very much so self-absorbed. And we have the Chariot. So you guys, okay, this is going a different direction. Sorry guys, I'm just doing what I do. I'm gonna split it up now. Singles, your ex, or your, in the past, there's a specific relationship or a couple relationships that had the same outcome. This person was doing their own thing, was deceiving you or leaving out details, let's say half-truths, very much so emotionally detached, and did not want commitment, wanted to keep his own individuality and his freedom, okay? And maybe that is something that you guys were combative with, okay? Trying to subconsciously change their mind, even if you weren't doing, you weren't doing the physical actions, but you were hoping that change would come, okay, singles? This is past energy. This is past energy. Now, if you're currently dealing with someone, this could be someone who is emotionally detached and wants to kind of keep his own thing, his own groove going, what he has going on right now, and doesn't really want to alleviate anything he has going on right now, okay? Couples, relationships, those that are partnered up. There may be some things that your partner may not have told you, like I said, that kind of like half-truth things, like, well, I'm not necessarily lying if I just don't say anything. I mean, you didn't ask me. Things like that, okay? But that Four of Pentacles, it's with that Four of Pentacles and that Monarch for the couples, it's almost like that gaslighting of, well, I didn't even want to be in a relationship. This is what you wanted. I didn't even want to be in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? If, things are thrown in your face, say if there's an argument, that's something that may have been thrown in your face before. This is not something I planned on doing anyway. Like, I just wanted to be single and free and do my own thing. Regardless, single or coupled up. If genuine, true, reciprocal love is something that you want, not a single card on this table is in alignment with that. Maybe if this was here by itself, maybe, but that would be moving on. Okay? That would be moving on. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit, which is introspection, and it is in reverse. Those in a relationship, you guys may have a fear of being alone. You guys may not want to be alone. Maybe you guys have been together long term and you don't even know what being single looks like, okay? But your current relationship has taken a turn for the worst, let's say. Maybe this self-centered energy was not something they started out with, or it is something that they hid very well, let's say, okay? That fear of being alone is going to cost you your happiness and your freedom, okay? Because you're being tied down to something and someone who is solely focused on their own happiness and fulfillment. And they're going, and with this Four of Pentacles, this is the energy of not ever being satisfied or fulfilled. They always have a thirst for more, greedy energy. You mix greed with the Emperor and they'll take it overboard every time. You get what I'm saying? So this is someone who will never be satisfied almost. That is a problem that has nothing to do with you. Okay? And then for singles, dealing with someone who is extremely self-absorbed, self-centered, and won't let go of anything. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to have to choose myself over you because you will never choose me. You will literally never choose me with this energy. It will always be a battle of trying to almost prove myself to you or to these type of people. Okay? So with that Hermit in reverse, it's kind of like you guys don't want to be single forever. But there is some introspection needed in order for you to not attract this energy over and over and over and over again. Because this is repetitive cycles, what I've intuited at the beginning. Like they're letting me know this is something you keep attracting, singles. You keep attracting people like this who are emotionally unavailable, have this insatiable thirst for earthly things. Okay, so no matter how much they keep climbing and reaching and going for more, they're never satisfied. So it's never going to be enough with you. Okay, and it has nothing to do with you and who you are as a person. It's literally their fault and their problem. So don't internalize that also. Don't internalize that. They have this insatiable thing with earthly material things. It's greed. Okay? That's something to keep in mind when moving forward with dating. Single or in a relationship. If you had to pick between pile 2 and pile 3, go watch pile 2 couples, okay? When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Exactly. And I feel like you guys already know this. I don't care about any of this earthly stuff. Like, I care, of course, I want to pay my bills and get by and have fun and, you know, live. But at the same time, my money and my career and my status does not determine who I am. And it does not make me happy. It may make you happy, but it's not your entire existence and being in and of itself, is what I'm saying. Okay? So you need to make sure that your person, if you're in a relationship, or the person you're attracting if you're single, is also viewing life the same way. Because if it is the flip side, the complete opposite, all they're thinking about is all of the things they literally cannot take with them, then we are not in alignment automatically. Okay? Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. Exactly. Spirit's leading you guys. You guys are my spiritual pie, is what I wanted to say a minute ago. Pile 3, we already know this. Come on now. You're transforming in your own individual way. And like, honestly, everything that was out here, pile 3, single and in a relationship, was about the person or the people you're entertaining or in a relationship with. It wasn't about you. There's not a single, besides this, besides going inward a bit. I'm saying all this. This is about them. Okay? You're working on yourself, whether you want to or not. With it being in reverse, you're going to do the work regardless. We already talked about this past readings, pile 3. You guys always will do the work. Okay? But don't prolong it, let's say, with that resistance. Just let it happen. You know, let's turn this upright. Let's get it flipped around and just go with it fully. Because like they're saying, you'll be surprised where it leads. Single or in a relationship. Because if you're in a relationship, pile 3, I feel like you guys may be walking away. Again, go watch pile 2 if it called to you. If you're single, you guys will be dwelling in your freedom right now and only allowing people who appreciate the same things you appreciate in life as well. And if they're strictly 3D people, then that's not something that makes sense to you and calls to you, so you're not even going to entertain it. Okay? But regardless, you have to go with where spirit is leading you, because you know it, where they're leading. You can feel it. You know where you're being guided to go. You don't know exactly the overall destination, but you're being guided. You feel led to do something, to take some type of action or make some type of move. Okay? Do it. Do it, pile 3. Single or not, do it. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Singles. The past is behind you. We're not accepting any more self-absorbed 3D people, okay? Release it and embrace new possibilities. Now that, you know, we're thinking about our future, we're doing the deep work that sometimes isn't the best. It's not most fun. It's not always great. But we're realizing, you know, I'm worried about the things that I could take with me leaving this 3D reality. I need someone who's worried about the same things, okay? So follow that path with faith. And it's available to you, is what they're saying. There are opportunities along that path, and it's actually not a blocked path for you, okay? Couples, the past is behind you. If your person can't come with you, release it and embrace new possibilities, okay? And follow it with faith. Again, pile 2. Okay? Bottom of the deck, friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will drastically improve. Singles, that freedom, that individuality I keep talking about. Embrace the friendship, the bond in the beginning of not speeding into it. Embrace the friendship part of it and don't rush it, let's say. Okay, let them be an individual, you be an individual. You guys both put your best foot forward, both in alignment, both focused on the same or similar things, having similar interests, but bringing your own spark, you know, going with it and having fun, building a friendship with that person first, singles. And couples, if that is something that you lost, ask yourself if it is something you wish to nurture and rekindle within your relationship. And I will leave it at that. Now, if you do wish to rekindle the bond and friendship that maybe you feel like it has been lost recently, then it's saying, you know, focus on that and it will drastically improve. But that, you know, your partner, they need to be actively trying as well. Okay, bonding is extremely important. Building upon a friendship first or rekindling that friendship. We have coffee cup, meeting and conversating, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. Friendship, again, you guys may go on a coffee date, single or not, meeting and conversating. Maybe you guys need to go out and actually have some of these talks, you know, these, again, single or not, go out in public to have some of these conversations that are needed. Or again, if you're just dating and having fun, then yeah, be open to meeting and conversating with different people, okay? If you end up only meeting friends out of it, okay, so what? At least you made a new friend, okay? But enjoy the experience of it. And then, like I said, couples, there needs to be some talks. There need to be some talks. Make sure that your person is applying the same pressure and also doing the work with you, okay? Because if he's, you know, he or she is working on the 3D and you're working on the 5D, there's gonna keep being mishaps no matter how hard you both try, unless they catch up to where you were at, or you bring it on down and drop it back down to 3D. You let me know what you want to do in the comments. We have girl with a snake. Empath and narcissistic paradigm, being charmed or used, enable and boundaries. Exactly. That is the 3D, the empath. Or no, I'm sorry. The empath is the 5D. And this emperor with the greed is the narcissist. It is the paradigm. And it is a paradigm that has been enabled, whether it was past or present, single or couple. Okay? That is something that cannot be enabled in the future for all of you. And not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call/person, boundaries, and still angry. Exactly. Couples, immediate message. The reason they were saying for you to go into a public setting to have some of these hard conversations is because they may not have the best reaction. Okay, and then being in public gives you a very neutral standing point, or, you know, stomping ground to like let it loose without having to worry about things going left. Because this person could still be angry about certain things that come up, okay? And then for singles, not today to this energy. This 4 of Pentacles with them, the Emperor, is what's ruining it. If he was standing alone, that would be completely different, okay? But we're no longer enabling this 5D, 3D, empath, narcissist thing. We're not enabling it, and you can't charm me anymore. So when you cross paths with me, I won't be charmed by your ways anymore, okay? I won't fall for it. Not today. We have camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, and make memories. Okay, moving forward, for all of you, we learned from the past, but we're not bringing everything with us. Okay, we're making new memories. Now, if you're coming with me, cool. If not, cool. Regardless, I have to do it for myself. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have mask. Not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. Heavy on the gaslighting. But couples, they do want me to say this. Your person, though they are very much so focused on the physical reality, like material things, money, things like that, their growth, their status, though they are very much so focused on that, they're not completely denying that this person does have some type of care and feeling and love for you, okay? They do care. They hide it very, very well. But the reason they're able to hide it so well is because all of the negative absolutely outweighs that love and that care, okay? All of the actions and the things that they're doing along the way kind of counteract that love and care. So it kind of doesn't even show face at this point, okay? So, though they care about you, are your feelings showing through fully, and are your actions matching your feelings, couples? Okay? Singles, again, we're not dealing with this stuff of one day you treat me like crap and the next day, oh, I love you, or one day you're emotionally available, the next day you're MIA and nowhere to be found. You know what I mean? There may be like, maybe ghosting is something you guys dealt with in the past too. You know what I mean? Things like that. In and out energy. Or now you see me, now you don't. 1 minute I have a good, good attitude, good energy. 1 second I'm a completely different person. We're not entertaining it. Absolutely not. We have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. It came out in reverse, but I'm going to take it upright. You guys will fight it and be a little hesitant at first, but you guys ultimately will follow through with having these hard conversations, meeting up with new people. If the date doesn't go well or the conversation doesn't go well, you're not going to internalize it. You're going to move on anyway and keep it pushing for everybody, okay? Regardless, no matter how hesitant you are about having these conversations and meeting up and letting your thoughts and feelings be known, okay? You're going to follow through with it. And we have heart-to-heart conversations coming out also in reverse. I'll take it upright. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other, okay? So though, couples, though you may feel tightly bound and you though feel like that snake might bite back with that still angry after the conversation, you still will say what you need to say, and you still need to say what you need to say. And singles, if you go on a date and this person is just not it, just say it. You know what I mean? You don't have to completely ghost or say I'm going to the bathroom and disappearing. You can just be like, hey, like, this doesn't really sound or feel like something that's in alignment with me or something that I would want. So like no hard feelings, but I'm gonna bounce. Sounds like something a Gemini would say. But like, this doesn't sound like something I want in so many words, okay? Regardless, no matter how uncomfortable you guys will feel or may feel, say what you need to say. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, okay? So, singles, by you not dealing with something that's not in alignment, you are making yourself available to all the things that are in alignment, and you are canceling out anything that is beneath you. Those in a relationship, by you, again, having these hard talks, regardless of how uncomfortable it is, you are either A, giving your relationship a chance to ascend to a higher level, or B, giving you solely by yourself with the Hermit a chance to go find love elsewhere of a higher level of commitment. Someone who will do the work. Someone who wants to do the work. Okay? Right out, separation. I'm not proud to. All right, that's it. Show's over, folks. No, I'm just kidding. But separation, okay? So, singles, someone from your past, though you may reminisce and you may miss them here and there, take what you can from that connection and that relationship. Take the lessons from it. You can't bring everything with you, okay? You can't keep looking back. She's looking backwards. If we were to turn her upright, she'd be looking forwards, okay? She's looking back. No more looking back, singles. Like, we can't keep repeating things. We don't want to keep attracting the same type of things. And though it played a role, and though you guys may have had some good times, it may have been fun, you guys had a good time, whatever. You guys aren't having a good time right now, so it doesn't matter. I'm just being honest. That person likely will not be coming back, and even if they did, that's not something you want to come back. So It played its part. It played its role. It had its purpose. I learned from it. Moving on. All right, couples. It may be a little bit harder for you to move on if you know, with this separation type of energy. Even if it's not a full separation, you guys need to take a break, okay? You need to do so without guilt, of course, and actually take that time to learn the lessons that are needed, okay? So like I said, that separation is needed either A, to advance your relationship, or B, give you the opportunity for something elsewhere by you doing these things, even though they're uncomfortable, okay? We're not going to avoid it anymore. We're not going to prolong it anymore. It either is or it isn't at this point, okay? We either are going to fix it, nurture it, and rebuild it, or we're not. That's where it's at right now with the couples, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have express your love, and it was actually in reverse. They're telling me to keep it in reverse, and it says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Singles, you may not want to make the first move, okay? You're gonna have to make the first move. You guys may like to hide. You guys may be shy and timid, but if you want something new, you have to do something new, okay? So even if you're reluctant into, you know, stepping out there and showing your true colors, your true face, your true personality in the dating world and meeting up, stuff like that, do it anyway. That's pushing yourself out of your box. The candle's going out, but we're not gonna relight. Push yourself out of your box, singles, okay? You can't stand by idly waiting for someone to approach you. Like, sometimes you have to go get it, okay? Couples, this person that you may be separating from or choosing to separate from on your own, you know, to each their own. Everybody has free will. This person may not want to show their true feelings or express their true feelings. Like I said, they do have love and care for you, but they still, even when you bring it front and center and you do try to have these heart-to-heart conversations and work through it, there's a high possibility that your partner will not want to still talk about it, okay? With that not today still, it's the same old thing. Looking backwards, that camera, same thing. His perception or her perception, their perception has not changed, okay? So the mask that you were getting before that you may not have liked is the same mask that you will be getting when you try to fix things, okay? Or readjust things because it's not necessarily going how you want it to go right now. And you guys may ultimately, even if you don't want to with that Hermit, you know, you keep looking back every now and then because you don't want to move forward, but you don't really have a choice but to separate. Okay, couples, take it how it resonates. We're gonna get some of these. I have some stay positive cards. They're not tarot or oracle, but they have some nice quotes on them, so we're gonna use them anyway. I like them. We're gonna use these to close out. We have make your bedroom a positive place to be. Fill the place with your favorite colors and inspirational quotes that motivate you. Again, pile 2. I'm gonna tell you what I told pile 2. Singles, feng shui. Flip your mattress for 1. That's what I told them. I got a chuckle out of that one. Flip your mattress, sprucing up your room, clean everything, move everything around if you want to, redecorate, get it how you like it, get it to where it makes you feel good. Favorite colors, happy colors if needed. Black may be your happy color. I know it's mine. Whatever you need to do, okay? Sprucing up, but also you're moving around energy, you're clearing out old energy. If you need to get rid of stuff, do so, okay? But make your room how you like it while also getting rid of clutter and residual energy from past partners, let's say, okay? Couples, especially with this, and this is what I also told them. With this transformation and change, let's say, you guys will need to, again, also flip your mattress and readjust your room, feng shui, getting rid of old things, reminders and keepsakes even if needed, because not today, no reminders. I don't need that to stop me from getting rid of residual energy still, okay? Do a whole entire switcheroo of the bedroom if you do choose to walk away from your current relationship. Now, if this doesn't resonate for you and you're in a relationship and you're like, no, we're healthy, you should have clicked off a long time ago, okay? But for those of you who are like thinking at this point, it kind of feels like we're leading towards separation, then yeah, regardless of whether you're there yet or not, still do the switcheroo around the whole room. Do some cleansing energetically and physically. Get rid of any keepsakes or old things that don't need to be there, okay? And singles, you know why I said to flip that mattress. Clean up. We're getting a whole new energy in there. We don't need any other old stuff sticking around, okay? How can a sense of humor help us see beyond a difficult situation or circumstance? Loosen up, guys. Have more fun. This person may have tied you down a lot. The past lover could have like really restricted you and like been all in your face with these control issues. You guys may not have had much room to breathe. All of you may not have had much room to breathe. And now it's time to like loosen up, have some fun. You know what I mean? You may not even like, I'm not talking just going out. And I mean just like literally laughing. Like maybe with your past partner, singles, you could count on one hand how many times you laughed around that person in a month. Like, or, you know, those in a relationship, like things have gotten so serious and cut and dry and just focus that there's no room for laughter and joy and just lighthearted energy. Okay, you guys need more lighthearted energy, pile 3, period. Expressing gratitude helps you stay positive. Helping others does too. When you reflect on the good things in your life, encourage your family or friends to do the same. So, immediate message for the couples. By you doing certain things for yourself, you'll be leading by example. It's up to that emperor whether they follow suit or not. Okay? And singles, same. By you getting your ish together and again, one day making yourself available and showing your true colors, your true face, your true personality, who you are, okay? When you put your best foot forward, you are encouraging other people to do the same as well as the person you will be attracting, okay? Like attracts like. Oh, wow, that was a lot. We're not going to take all of those. We have people often say that the journey is more important than the destination. Do you agree? Why and why not? So that may be something you need to ask yourself. Is the journey more important than the destination or vice versa? What do you think? Pile 3, okay? Because regardless of whether you're single or in a relationship, this journey led you up to this point and you learned lessons up until this point, okay? So it served a purpose of some sort, let's say. It served a purpose. But what do you think is more important, the journey or the destination? We have the pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. The realist adjusts the sails, okay? Changing your mindset and what you expect to see to change the overall result of what you're getting. Manifestation and Law of Attraction 101. File 3, okay? Keep a gratitude notebook by your bed. Every night, write at least one thing you are grateful for. Every morning, read what you wrote the night before. Review all your entries often and notice the many positive things in your life. Okay, guys, start scripting. Start scripting. Start journaling. Start writing down the things you want to see, the things you expect to see, okay? The optimist expects to see the change, but the realist adjusts the sails. So not only are you expecting it, you're writing it down, you're affirming it, you're manifesting it. You're not only manifesting it, but you're applying the action as well, okay? So if you want to see change in your relationship, you're applying the action along with manifesting it. If you want to move on from a relationship, you're manifesting it and applying the action. If you're single and you want to draw in something new, the same thing. You're manifesting it and you're applying action, okay? No matter what, something has to be done, and there will be some hard talks that need to be had, okay? Singles, that may not be talks. Maybe it's just the fear of dating for some of you is what I'm getting. And then for the rest of you, it may be some hard talks with yourself that you need to have, some hard introspection that you've been avoiding. But overall, once you make it through it, you'll be ready to start manifesting something new, and it will be a bond that is worth it. okay? Because there is an underlying friendship there. So make yourself available, singles, okay? Those in a relationship, majority of you, it looks like majority of you will ultimately leave, okay? You're doing it for you. And if you do choose to leave, give yourself time, of course, but know that there's always more, okay? And if you choose to stay, there's still, again, always more. So make sure your partner is willing to see that glass half full with you. The glass being half full and them being optimistic with you, so that way you both can work on it together, okay? Nurturing that bond together. Okay, pile 3. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. And I will be back soon with another video, guys. Bye-bye.